What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Got a special guest. James Gillum is here with me tonight. He came in early. Came down from PA on Thursday, so we can go hit up Chantilly tomorrow. Hopefully, good weekend. Gonna try to share some, thoughts, content, all of that with folks. There's been a lot of discussion out there in the YouTube verse about how shows are going and all of that sort of stuff. Thank you to everybody that watched the last video regarding the Walmart retail wax and everything. I want to go into a little bit about that video this evening and a couple other things. To just touch on a couple things but before I get into all that, before I might potentially ruffle some feathers, let's have a little bit of good time here. James, this was something that was requested for me to give to you on camera. So I am giving it to you on camera. This was originally going to be for a birthday gift, but I could not find a very good one, and then we rerouted. So I'll let you remove the paper from what's there.
Oh, wow.
You can let everybody know what that is.
71 Mercer, number 635. Very difficult to get centered and without chipping. He was my guy after Mantle. Obviously, he came after Mantle and had big expectations, and he was a good ball player, but he wasn't a Hall of Famer. But still, good ball player. So,
well, Little Birdie had said, and you had said that you had been looking for that card. You had one, but it was kind of beat up. And,
Yep.
So I was put in position to hunt for one of those for you from your significant other, Shay.
Thank you, Shay.
And it was originally going to be your birthday gift, and I could not find one that I felt comfortable with,
right?
Online raw, and they don't come up a whole lot in, the higher decent grade.
71s are tough.
I haven't been to a show since the National to kind of hunt for one in person. So she messaged me, and we went a different direction. And she gave me specifics on about what grade range she would like for me to look for. And I sent her a couple examples, and so we made it work out for you. But that's a gift from Shay, the Bobby Mercer that he was wanting an upgrade of, so to speak. So
right, I even looked at the National and couldn't find an upgrade. They had ones, mostly ungraded, but a lot of them were.
Yeah, I looked at some that were raw on eBay and stuff, and I just wasn't comfortable that they were. And I didn't know what the one you had already looked like. That was the other difficult part. I'm like, what am I basing it off of?
It's not a 7.
I'm like, I was being kind of picky because they're tough cards. Like you said, I didn't find many that were centered, and the edges are normally beat up on them. But there you go, Shay. He's got his Mercer. I want to talk a little bit, and I have up here on the screen a poll. You can see I did this 3 days ago. Thank you to the 70-plus people that voted on it. It was basically asking which content type do you watch more of? What content do you enjoy? What content do you look for? What content do you find yourself watching more of? And the 3 options I gave was collector content, seeing and hearing about cards, drama content, content about drama within the hobby, and then, of course, market content talking about the financials of the cards and everything, showing graphs and stuff. And you can see on the screen that it was an overwhelming response to collector content, which is a great thing. I personally enjoy, watching people show cards or reveals of cards. Even I consider that somewhat collector content. You see, we enjoy doing the previews and reveals, seeing what other people are sending, what they collect, being a part of people's collections. That's one reason why I do the reveals and previews. So this made me question a few things, and I'm going to use specifically my channel because, and you watch most all of my videos, right?
Absolutely.
So I feel that I give a kind of a good diversification of content. I share my collection. I talk about cards. I sometimes talk about pricing. I haven't done that in a while because I got kind of, I even said myself it's okay if SGC is not selling for the same price as PSA. So I kind of got out of doing all that. And the drama stuff I kind of try to stay away from. I do speak on things sometimes. I have realized that folks like when I get riled up or, get passionate about things and vent or what have you. But even something such as like yesterday's video, where it was something as simple as going to Walmart, taking some pictures of what was on the shelf, going back the next day, taking a picture of the shelves, and putting out a video that just essentially said, hey, look, where's the flippers at, right? To me, that's kind of, it's hobby content, but it's kind of like sarcastically saying, hey, where are you guys at now, right? You came in and you effed it up for all of us, and now you're gone and we have to pay the price, right? And it's showing by what's sitting on the shelf. And at the end of the day, the only people that were, really benefiting were the ones flipping the wax and the ones making the wax. We as the collectors, we're taking the hit now because print runs are up, prices are up, and it comes out of our pocket in both directions. So that's why a lot of people you're hearing now are just buying singles of ultra modern stuff, because there is an area where you can find value because of the overproduction, because of people needing to sell the stuff. Sometimes you can find better deals. And so a video like that, it was a simple video. I just was sharing what was at one Walmart out of, I don't know, thousands in the world, right? There could be different scenarios in different Walmarts. Some might not have anything on the shelf. I don't know. I chose one specific location, my personal Walmart, shared it, did a video. The reason I'm discussing this is I appreciate seeing this here, that folks say they like collector content. But when I go over here and I look at my videos, you can see these are just my last 5 videos before this one. And this was basically a drama video talking essentially about can't we all just get along. This was a collector video. This was showing stuff with my collection from 2022. And this was talking about going to the show this weekend. You can see the views here, 83, 117, and 99. This video is at 189, and this one is just hit a day, and it's at almost 300. That tells me clearly, just off of my own channel, and I know in my mind, I know this, even when I did this video here and people were saying, it's, people watch the drama and this, that, and the other, or people are salty because they're losing money in the hobby. I know the answer to it. I just when I see a poll where people are saying I want to watch collector content and then the numbers show something absolutely different, it's contradicting. And I know I want to first be clear, I know there's people that like collector content. I know James likes collector content. But at the end of the day, I also know that people get on YouTube, and there are channels that are larger. There's channels that solely do content. They don't give crap about the hobby itself. They don't really care about sports cards, what they're doing. They just don't. They're using the space. They're using the source of sports cards. They're using the source of the hobby to get information, to do videos, to put out there to get views. And they're seeing the same thing. Like, if they're telling you about the new product coming out, likely nobody's going to care. But if they tell you about, some newsy type, speculatory story out there, it's going to get eyes on it. When you cut the news on, you have your local news, you have your weather, you have your traffic, you have sports. There's different genres within the news segment. It's kind of the same thing within sports cards. You have people that are doing your drama, you got your people doing your graphs, you got your people doing your collections, you got people doing informational type videos, you got breakers, and then you got some that are kind of the bag of Skittles doing a little bit of everything. I can tell you now, the channels that are doing the newsy type stuff, the drama type stuff, those are the ones that are flourishing. I'm not going to say all of them, but I can also say many of them, they're doing content because they want, the revenue, the views. It's not really about the love or the passion for the cardboard. They don't care if things go down. They were showing you when it was going up. They were doing content then, and they're showing you when it's going down, and they're doing content then. And they're going to find something to talk about to get folks to watch, because that's what puts the dollars in the bank account. The cards are just the subject material, right? It's like you watch the news and you got the weatherman coming on. They're the weatherman, telling you in 2020 and February of 2021, it was beautiful weather out there. Now they're telling you it's likely going to be a snowstorm. Okay? That's kind of what I look at it as. Now, if folks want to watch it and get wrapped up in it, and that's what attracts people, it doesn't surprise me. I've mentioned it before. Maury Povich is known for a reason. Jerry Springer is known for a reason. Dr. Phil is known for a reason. Your court case shows. What's that woman?
Oh, yeah.
The lawyer, Judge Judy. She's known for like People's Court. Why do people watch that stuff? Why do people watch
drama
As the World Turns?
Drama.
Why do people watch reality TV? So I get it. It gets the views. That's what people are doing content for. And I'm going to assure you, I'm going to still show cards. I'm still going to share my collection. I'm still going to talk about, fun stuff within the hobby itself, with collecting, trying to do informational videos maybe to help people. But I'll also touch on stuff like the retail wax. So y'all are going to get the bag of Skittles here. Today might be just me sitting there touching on content, related stuff, and that I'm aware of how it works. Tomorrow, it might be us coming back from the show and showing, hopefully, some damn good deals we get. Who knows? It's Friday. We'll probably ease into it. But anyway, you got anything you want to touch on with it? Am I wrong on any of this? I don't want to just be sitting here in a chair. I love when I have somebody to talk to, because then it's not my opinion. It's a conversation. So.
Well, I think one thing, not only meeting you, spending time with you and Becky, and going to shows and watching all your videos, you're real. You're not fake. He's not fake. Let me tell you, folks, he's not fake. He's real. He's passionate about cardboard.
He sees all my stuff that I tell y'all about.
To me, I can't believe he collects hockey, basketball, football, baseball. I just collect baseball because it's always been my passion. And to see, his variety of sports, and I know other people do it as well, and I just don't know how you do it, but...
Well, no, I also,
but you're passionate about it, you're real.
People also think I'm vintage.
Yeah, but there's nothing
but I'm
fake.
not,
There's nothing fake about this man at all, let me tell you. He's all real.
I appreciate every
So
every time that the Chantilly show comes around, because this man comes down to visit, and if it wasn't for me sitting here doing this channel, I would never know him.
Right.
There's things about hitting that play button or record button or whatever that I didn't ever do it to think I was going to meet people, especially someone I can consider family now. That's a blessing on all this. If y'all watch my content, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I hope you get something out of it. If you don't, it's okay too, because I've made friends, family, you know, relationships in this hobby with people like James or JJ or Sean, Refractor, John, you know, Big Scott, Nat. I could keep going on a list of people that have became, you know, what I would consider, you know, friends and family. So, you know, I've said it before. I have no reason to BS anybody or lie. This man comes here about every 3 months and hangs out all weekend. He sees my home. He's welcome in my home. He sees the collection. He leaves his cards here. You know, we take care of them for him.
One thing I do appreciate too is people like Bobbles here and the other content creators. They put themselves out there on a limb because, you know, they're not hiding behind the scenes like I am. I just collect. I don't have a video. I don't have Instagram. I have Facebook. Yeah, I have Facebook, but that's about it.
I want to interrupt you real quick because I know he watches my content, and I went to lunch with him yesterday, and that's Chris Knights. I'm gonna give a shout out to him. I went out to lunch with him. We chatted for about an hour. I gave him his cards from the submission and everything, and we were discussing collectors, and he was like, "Do you really think there's collectors out there that like don't sell anything? That they are solely just, you know, they are funding their collection and their passion for the hobby without selling stuff?" And I was like, 100%. I was like, because I know a man that, to my knowledge, has sold one card. Yep. There's another card, and I'm going to show you. I still have it. It's right here. I have not forgot about it. You're close in Montgomery. I didn't make a sale at the National on it, but it's been sitting here. It actually once sold on eBay less than I expected it to. But I have your close. He asked about selling this because he had no interest in the kid and wanted to see if he could move it into vintage. But other than that, I know of only one card this man sold. So are there collectors out there that do enjoy this hobby outside of, the way he put it was outside of the money? Is there collectors that look at the hobby not just in dollar figures? And I used you as an example because I would have to believe you might have a small idea, but I would say most of your cards, if I was to say, James, what is this worth? You're probably not going to have an idea.
No, not at all.
And that's the beautiful thing with him because he's got amazing stuff. But if he was to
I've been doing it a long time too, though. I've had stuff since the 60s.
And that's what I told him. Like your Cobbs, you told the story. What did you pay? $100 for them or something like that?
Well, the mantle was the mantle's like $96, but you're talking the 70s when
before Beckett.
I could have had the 52 mantle for probably less than $1,000.
Yeah, that was we have AD and BC and all that. We need to really start classifying things in the hobby as BB.
Right.
Before Beckett. Yeah. Because, back then it was, what would somebody pay for it, And
we didn't have grading. We didn't have card savers. We didn't have penny sleeves. We had shoe boxes. Not the shoe
and
boxes.
Rubber bands.
Rubber bands. You didn't have the shoe boxes you have today. You have regular shoe boxes. So, yeah, it's been a long journey for me, and like 95% of my collection is ungraded, and some of it's getting graded through.
We try to help.
Bobbles here. So
I feel blessed that we've been able to help because you've got amazing stuff in your collection, and I know you had said you'd never ever even considered grading it until you found us, and
nope, never did.
That's a part, like, I know that group submitting gets black eyes. There's stuff out there all the time about bad things happening with group submitters, but There are good ones out there. You just, and I'm not going to sit here and throw names out because I don't want to be held responsible for it. I can only speak on my behalf and my wife's behalf. But I know people look at it as also, well, you're only doing it to make money. The truth is, I never expected to do it. This came about from people asking us, and at first I actually said no. I actually do it because seeing, like, that Bill Russell that came across the desk, the mantles, and then you have these
McJackie.
the McJackie. But even outside of that, I find it amazing seeing like Mike Kaufman's Jordans, or Sean sending his fun soccer stuff, or Drew sending the archives autograph. Like learning what people collect and seeing and knowing that we have, in a way, a small piece of helping them build their collection. That's pretty awesome to say that I have any part of that, like, spread around. I seen, shout out to Rick Moore if he listens to this. I was watching Junk Wax Investors non-sports. He does different sports or non-sport every day. And I watched his most recent non-sport. And a Pocahontas card sold on there. And I recognized the card. Like, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the one we sent in. And sure enough, I went on eBay and found the sale listing. And I was like, that's Rick Moore. So, like, it's fun seeing all of this stuff. But it's also crazy that a random, Indian gum Pocahontas sale that pops up on a YouTube video, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the one we sent in. That's part of the passion and the appreciation and the love for all of this that we do. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than anybody else or anything like that. I'm just like, I just wanted to let folks know, you're going to continue getting a bag of Skittles from me. If something irks me, y'all know I'm not afraid to speak my mind.
That's why I say you're real.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, he's real.
I came right out, even as a submitter, telling everybody, look, I felt SGC needed to lower the prices, Does that put me in a doghouse? Maybe, but I wasn't, like, crapping on them as a company. I was more just... I was relaying information that was funneled to me all the time. And I know they were seeing it, on posts and stuff, but... I can't just sit back and pretend that if my opinion is that everything is okay, that the pricing is where it should be, I'm going to say that. If I feel it needs to adjust, I'm going to say that. Y'all have seen me get mad if a label screwed up in a reveal. I'm going to speak the truth on it, and the same way goes with any other thing in the hobby or people in the hobby or whatever. I'm going to tell my feelings and... whether it's opinion or truth, we all get caught up in that. I try to say everything 100% known facts, but sometimes things are opinions, because we're speaking on material that, like the wax stuff, just because my store didn't sell it doesn't mean the hobby's, is suffering or they're, whatever. But that's an example that I wanted to share with folks. And that was just my opinion. Based off of comments, other people are seeing the same thing. So that kind of confirms my opinion. But anyway, this has been a good conversation. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week out there. Again, glad James came down. Shay, if you watch this, I don't know if you'll watch it or not, but... he has his Mercer, and James, as always, man, we appreciate you, and our door's always open for you.
Thank you.
He's rooting for his Yankees. I made him come away from the Yankees game. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. As always, please stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.